People might say I love you, but they will not love you. So that can be only words.
Yeah, there were like some advices. Now you are married, you should keep an eye on your husband and this and that.
Some people are committed just for the sake of being together because log kya kahenge.
Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Almost Parivarik. So it's February and we're starting with an interesting topic about romance in Indian families. So you know how it's Bollywood lovey-dovey movies or any Indian auntie being nosy problem. But love stories have always been fun in Indian families and they've always been controversial as well. So we'll talk about romance in Indian families today. How do you feel about the topic, guys?
Yeah, it's chill, it's good, it's beautiful.
So, as I was saying, let's unpack the whole love and relationships aspect and how it's been seen in our families, and maybe tell stories that we thought we'd never say. But yeah, I want to start by asking that how was it for you guys? Like, how did you guys meet? How was it for you? What was the idea of romance when you were younger?
She is a master. She can start.
No, so I am like I'm like a Bollywood type person, and so I have got a very interesting guy who is very weak in expressing, and I just love expressing myself. So our romance was always like, "Arey, kuch to bolo." It's like this: say something, say those three beautiful words. And like I'm always writing long letters and telegrams to him, sending him telegrams, giving him gifts, and writing long letters. And he's like, "I love you from my heart." No, it's after marriage, of course. And I did tattoo, and I told him, "You also do." He said, No, I have immense love for you, but it is in my heart. I will not do anything like shit. This.
Yeah, I'm not, into a show off of love.
It's not show off. This is not show off.
No, it's called expression.
No, it's expression is yeah. Yeah, but that doesn't mean I truly believe that he loves me a lot, because the way he showered things on me in every respect.
Kind of society we have come up with, like,
Yeah, maybe that.
we used to not allowed to speak to girls. Forget about.
Even we were not allowed to speak to boys, of course, but in our time also. Though my parents had a love marriage, but they did not allow us to, be with guys. No boys in and around us.
And your parent had love marriage.
Normally in
So
our
parents always can do whatever they want. That's what our society was.
So
basically, you are a very expressive person, and you are not a very expressive person. But there must be some idea of romance in your.
yeah, but as it is said, love is sacrifice. So I've seen lots of sacrifices, like what he did for me. So that is amazing. So I have accepted him with all his sacrifices because it was for me.
Love is not, it's a small word. It's just a small word. It's not, you cannot define a single romance, or it's many aspects of it. It's multifaceted word. Like, love is giving, caring, sacrificing, taking care, doing what without knowing the other person. So many things. It is not only showing and saying I love you, I love you. That doesn't mean people might say I love you, but they will not love you. So that can be only words. So what you love, words, expression, or the action. For me, love is action.
But for me, love is fairy tale.
For it, like Laila Majnu, Sri Farah. I was 25 or 26. I was not aware what was Valentine's Day. It was never been celebrated that time.
Yeah, I remember one very nice, fun time, I'll tell you. He took my sister, we were just engaged and he took my sister. Like, I want to shop something for Valentine. So my sister got a teddy bear, and that time, he was not financially so great. So he's saying, "My God, teddy bear for 700 rupees on Valentine." I still have that teddy. I still have that teddy. When you clap it, it says, "I love you, I love you." I said, "It's okay if you're not saying. At least the teddy is saying, I love you, I love you."
So when you got married, did you get any ऐसा फालतू का advice from some इधर उधर का auntie लोग?
My aunties related to her, we used to get, I don't think.
Aunties or uncles who have a habit of poking nose in every relationship. Did you get any ऐसा इधर उधर का advice from them?
Yeah, there were like some advices. Now you are married, you should keep an eye on your husband and this and that shits. So, but I really, it was very disturbing sometimes, which I really did not appreciate. So, yeah, but when we became independent, so life was chill.
Today he has nothing to say.
No, I have many things to say, but I have a different perception about love.
So what is your perception about it?
As a young boy, getting attracted with a girl, that is okay. But it doesn't mean how to do a romance. I was feeling, yeah, I will love my wife or whatever my life partner, and I do everything possible. And it was a big difference between her family and mine. Cultural difference, how she got born and brought up, and I was born and brought up in a different society. So I was worried more about that, how I'll take care of her. But I always have a feeling that a lady or a girl leaves the house she has stayed back for 25 years or 24 years. She leaves her name, she leaves, shades out her name, family, sisters, and she goes to a new house, to a new atmosphere. So how she will get accustomed and adjusted? That's always been a worry point. And my brother and I got married in 6 months gap. So she was also from a different culture and family. So I was more worried about how to make them, conversant and comfortable in our family, because I was aware our family or my parents were very orthodox and conservative. They were open though, but not that open that they will give freedom to their daughter-in-law.
There was restriction.
There are restrictions. A lot of restrictions, like household chore has to be done and all these things. So I was more worried about, I'm not getting a Kamali Bai in the house. I'm getting a life partner, and that's to be treated as life partner. And when you expect something that वो आई है, अभी बहू आई है, तो चलो काम कर लेगी पूरा. तो अभी बहू आई है तो मेरे को काम करने की जरूरत नहीं. That's kind of attitude many mother-in-laws have in Indian society. अभी तो बहू करेगी सब. So I don't think that is a long-term strategy, because you have to do your work. She will do naturally, but give her some time to settle down. And everybody's responsibility. It is not that male don't do the household jobs. मेरे पिताजी ने कभी घर में काम नहीं किया. He used to always say, do this, do that, but he never did household activities any time in the life. So I am from that kind of background. But I felt, you have to be working in household activities also, like you can prepare food, clean house, jhadu maro, pocha maro, kapda do, sab. You can do it. And it is not only responsibility of wife or ladies. So many cultural differences were there. I wanted to try to take care of. And maybe that is my romance.
Yeah, I think that's a way of expressing love, yes.
Kitchen at Lalbagh area, then I shifted immediately to...
No, I remember, my maybe just 15 days after my marriage, when we were free from, all the rituals and honeymoon and all that. And when what I saw in my parents' house, the same I started to do for him. The first day itself, I remember, I ironed his clothes and polished his shoes. I kept his socks proper, handkerchief, I, ironed it and kept it. And when he came after the bath, when he came into the room, he's saying what's this? So I said, yeah, this is my, responsibility, my love towards you. So he very beautifully, that's what I really like about him, is he's so broad-minded in that way. He said, no, I really appreciate your gestures, but please, you be independent as an individual. and let me be independent. Don't make me dependent on you. So he himself also became. So that was a very nice, definition of love. That I'm an individual, and let me be independent, and you're also an individual.
But she understood it very lately. She understood this gesture differently. She used to take it differently. Why he is not allowing me to do.
Yeah.
So that is a misunderstanding also. No? What culture, what the other person is thinking, why he is thinking, that is more important to understand.
But that was you trying to break patterns from your generation, which is a really.
I always did, and that's what we shifted from one location immediately to a flat where she will get, or maybe my bhabhi get comfortable because she is also from a good family.
So where I got restrictions of certain things, rules, regulations, so much of restrictions, there he gave me quite comfort level. That just chill, this is your house, take your time. Like I remember when I used to come from my work, and one day he gave me, I was very tired because I had a business of salon, and I was extremely tired and I just was drained. He immediately saw me, he bought a glass of water and he immediately made a cornflakes with fruits and all, and he served me. And as soon as he served me, his mother was very angry and she scolded him. She scolded me too. That time he said, see, like we are life partners. When I go to work, when I come home, she served me hot dinner. Today I have come early and she has come late. So it is my responsibility also to serve her.
Yeah, that's how it should be.
How it should be.
But lately that we are talking about 1996, 97. So that time people were not understanding. Nowadays mothers and mother-in-laws are quite different. Even now my mother is also changed. Even father is also, they will also change. Not 100%, but they also understood these things take place nowadays. So change is only inevitable.
Yeah, I still do feel like a lot of parents interfere in their children's life. Like I've never faced that. Like maybe when I was younger, yeah. But now I don't think that you're
and that's the reason from very childhood we have given you all kind of freedom. We have never stopped you with anything. Yeah.
I want to ask you about a quick new term, which is love language. And there are apparently 5 types of love languages. So are you all aware of that?
No, we aren't.
No? I think I told you about this. The different types of love languages. I don't know if you know about it or not.
Love language.
Yeah, love language.
No, we don't know.
So there are 5 types of love languages. Words of affirmation, quality time, receiving gifts, acts of service, and physical touch. So we have classified love languages, and every person apparently has like their own idea of love language. Some people are good at acts of service. Some people are good at physical touch. Some people are good at words of affirmation. That's how they express their love. But then I read this somewhere that instead of loving the person with your love language, try to love them in their love language. So like for example, if my love language is acts of service, but her love language is receiving gifts, and if I love her, I would rather give her gifts than show acts of service, and she would rather do acts of service than give gifts because that's her love language. That's how we have classified
you're very
different
true.
ways of expressing love, because we generally think that if I do a certain thing a certain way, the other person should be, yeah, sure, it's appreciable and it's great that you're doing it, but I feel like it's more like when you were talking about how she's more expressive and you are more quiet and your language is your ways of expressing is acts of service is and gifting. No, I think that you have adapted very well, because her love language is also gifting, which you have adapted to.
You give her gifts.
So important thing is quoting or defining love language into 5 things is okay. But important thing is to understand.
Yeah.
I think otherwise then it will never be understood.
Yeah.
The love, the way you are loving, if you are loving in your language, then other person will not understand. That's what I understood.
Yeah, correct.
So it is important to understand so you need to communicate.
Yeah, that's very
How will
important.
And we need communication, because when at certain time when I felt ki no, he's not trying to understand, because he was saying ki I will not love you the way you want the love. I will love you the way I need to love you. But then one fine day I explained him, no, this is what is my requirement. If that requirement if you will not fulfill, maybe I will not like it. And then he definitely thought,
to certain extent I accepted.
I-
To some
yeah.
extent I said, no, then this is not a love.
Yeah.
If I am doing only all the things as per her, so I will do
Yeah, but-
my wish also. And she should understand. That's what I was feeling.
I think it goes both ways.
yeah, so that mutual, see, how we came to know about each other is like because we communicated. I expressed myself and he also expressed what is his feelings is.
It was quite insightful to know your journey and how it's been through for you. What do you think about like dating apps and people of the younger generation trying
Dating
to
apps.
figure out love through dating apps? What's your opinion about it?
Like today's generation is,
Do you think it's romantic or do you think it's very stupid?
it is very,
It's using the technology in a see. It's all about how you use it. Nothing is good or bad, but how you use it. So if you use it in a proper way, I don't think dating app should be problem. It is like the upgraded version of matrimonials. So you have everything on your fingertips on your mobile. But again, if you are choosing a lifetime partner, you need to understand person from all perspectives. If you are willing to live a long-term relationship like husband-wife, and in our case it was like शादी हो गई अभी निभानी पड़ेगी for years. Now it has changed. Now people are thinking, your generation people are thinking, कि if things are not happening right, let's
divorce,
part, get separated. So that is again a painful thing. Getting separated, finding out new match, or staying independent for longer time alone. Then that trauma is different trauma. So if you don't get a partner, and you are at the age of 40s and 50s, then trauma. So you need to find out a better person. You cannot and you can never find 100% right person as per your perception. But yes,
You have to accept what the person comes with and change and adapt.
relationship is all
Each
about
other.
acceptance.
Yeah.
Adjustment and accepting with adjustments.
Right.
I will not say compromise, I will not use the word compromise, but yes, accepting and adjusting.
Adapting.
And that is tuning.
Yeah.
And that tuning is the relationship. And that freedom, time, space, respect, everything comes
Yeah.
in the relationship, and that is part of love.
Yeah.
That's what I understand about love.
In our generation, I just want to say what I basically feel, love is love, in whatever age it is. So when you're young, the definition of romance is something different. But a person who is going towards an old age factor, there also the gesture of romance is required. It isn't like this that they have become an old furniture and like you're bidding them goodbye. No, the gesture of love has to be between the two people till the end of the life. So that is how the love always remains forever and
And
ever.
grows more.
As they love the elders and respect the kids.
Yes, I mean, the romance has to be there throughout the life.
Throughout the life.
Wherever the romance stops, things are like very disturbing, depressing, frustrating.
That can be a different type.
Types of love.
What she has explained 5 times.
Yeah,
So maybe with the age, the different
maybe
kind of
these
romance
5
will
types
come.
Yeah, maybe
called
it grows
five-
with different ages, and you kind of go through different phases of life, and then it kind of changes.
Yeah.
And love is definitely the other coin of love is respect. So that respect and love has to go hand to hand.
But there is a thin line, I guess. Respect is important, but that respect should not get cultivated into ego.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
yes.
that's where we,
I basically feel our generation is committed people. The youths, I think, must walk together in a long journey.
It's changing. I can see it changing. I think people are going back to being committed, but I think it's an individual choice. There are
that is
too many people to classify as who is and who is not. And I feel like even in your generation, some people are committed just for the sake of being together because log kya kahenge. So that is one.
सबसे बड़ा रोग
क्या
क्या
कहेंगे
कहेंगे
लोग?
Yes.
So that is the worst part of Indian culture.
That is very true.
And people are judgmental here a lot,
Yeah,
judgmental, and that is the reason people always think about log kya kahenge. But I think people are giving a damn on it now,
Yeah.
so that is not an issue.
That is a good part of their
Of
generation.
course.
They don't just really.
No, but sometimes yes, you have to take care of the, the societies you are staying around.
Society
You have to
limitations.
think about societies, the where you are staying around. So you should be always balancing that life. That is very important.
Yeah, fair enough.
With family, the community, the society, they all go hand to hand. So it also has to be.
Like
They're
it's
all
a
there,
role,
man.
definitely. Yeah.
Everybody has their role.
Can't dictate it, but it has a role. That's
So
true.
that's how we call Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. That is the Veda concept. So if you are treating Vasudhaiva, the entire universe as your family, then you have to understand the requirement of the universe also. So love is God and God is love.
Alright, guys, I think on that note, we can end this podcast here and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye, Shabba Khair. See
Don't
you.
forget to subscribe, share,
Like, share,
like.
comment,
and also productive comments.
yeah, let us know your love stories and how it's been for you.
Yeah, that's true.
And